Whoa. What is this? Long form content. Holy long form content. Yeah, so I decided to film a YouTube video today. Honestly, I just want to bring out the YouTube. So basically what I'm doing today, as you saw, I already did my fasted cardio, went to church this morning. It's a Sunday. Then we're going to go smash an upper session. But before I do that, we're going to go into work, just waiting outside, literally just camping because I'm not trying to go in any minutes earlier than I need to. But I work at a restaurant, and the benefit of that is I could TDEE max. If you don't know what that is, check out the TikTok. It's basically just total daily energy expenditure maxing, where you get your steps up. You basically just live a more active lifestyle. And I literally hit 10,000 steps while I'm at work. I don't need to do any extra cardio. Sometimes I do it just because it's part of my routine. But honestly, it's such a benefit of working at like a restaurant and moving around constantly. So anyways, next time I'll see you guys, I'll be hitting upper. I'm going to record my session and then do a voiceover, really just explaining why I do the certain movements I do, how I perform them, so I could educate you guys and enlighten you on my training. So hope you enjoy this style of content. I'm looking forward to making this a lot more often. So yeah, enjoy.
Alrighty, here is the voiceover. As you can see, we are starting with an incline press. Again, we are trying to keep our elbows at about a 45-degree angle here because personally, I don't like when they're too tucked in because then it just feels like a JM press and it's just awkward for me personally. I guess it's just based on my biomechanics. But as you can see, we are targeting the upper chest, the clavicular head, and I got about 6 reps here, failed on the 7th. Again, my chest is a weak point, so that's why I start with the first 2 sets of the upper session on this. Again, I do upper 3 times a week. Then we're going to a single joint pec deck, Nautilus Gen 1, super peak machine, and overall it just feels super smooth. I think I got 5 to 6 reps here. Again, targeting the chest first because my chest is a weak point in my physique, and honestly I just enjoy starting with it, so it's a great combo to be honest. So then after that, move on to a single arm sagittal pull, specifically a lat row. Now why do I opt for single arm? Again, there's more motor unit recruitment on this single arm exercise, but I also don't feel like pinning plates more than I need to when I can get the same, if not more, motor unit recruitment out of the exercise. I think I got 5 reps here. We did a jump and weight. Then we move to a transversal plane movement, which is the upper back row, targeting the upper back and the rear delts. If you want to do one or the other, you could do Kelsos for upper back or rear delts isolation, like a reverse pec deck for or rear delt pec deck for the rear delts. But make sure you have that combo if you're opting for that. Next, we move into a frontal plane movement, which is a lat pull down. This piece is super unique. It's plate loaded. It's a flex lat pull down, I believe. I jumped 5 pounds per side, so I got 5 reps. That is two less reps than I did the session prior, but again, that makes sense because I jumped up 10 pounds total. Then we're moving on to a lateral raise, again having the D handle at in our hands for more motor unit recruitment, and a cuff. I honestly just prefer this as it feels more natural to grip onto something as I'm performing the movement. I believe I progressed 1 rep on this. Again, you're not going to progress every session, but I believe this was 57.5 pounds. It's a double pulley, so whatever that is divided by 2 is the actual weight, but making sure my form doesn't break down. Then this is a JM press where I could adjust the resistance profile of the machine. I really like this movement as it could target the triceps in an ascending resistance profile where the triceps have the relative best leverage, which is the lockout. I also did a single arm push down, but I didn't record that to bias the long head of the triceps. So yeah, this machine's really peak for that. And then we did preacher curls, which is obviously for the biceps. 1 pin away from the stack. This is a 5-pound jump, which I got 2 less reps on from the prior session as expected because I'm jumping in weight. But yeah, that's the upper session. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to hit a pose down now, put some audio over it, probably some NCS, slowed TikTok, ultra slowed black pill edit. But here it is.
All right, lift complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the upper day. Obviously, I'm not the best at talking to the camera as this is my first video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, did some posing. 3 years ago, I could never imagine myself literally posing in the middle of the gym. Obviously, the gym was dead. I'm not going to do it out of disrespect to the people around me, but could never imagine, let alone taking my shirt off, not even let alone wearing a beater or a stringer in the gym. I couldn't imagine that. I just didn't have confidence in myself, and I'm truly grateful for the ability to develop a physique. My body's healthy, everything's healthy, and I'm grateful for that ability to develop a physique that I could say that I worked hard for. I disciplined. There's been many late nights where I've been in the gym while others are doing other things. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but I'm just saying it takes a lot of discipline to build a physique like this. Now, as I'm recording this, it is January 3rd, I think. Hold on, let me check. All right, it is the 4th. I'm on winter break for college. I literally can't keep track of the days, but it's 2026 now, and don't let this year be another year that you waste. What I mean by this is don't get so caught up in the thought that, oh, I'll do it later. I'll post later. Before I started posting, like literally even on YouTube, I was like, okay, I'll do it later when I have more TikTok followers. I'll do it later when I have more Instagram followers. I'll do it later when I gain traction, when I hit the algorithm. There is no right time to start posting. And I'll do it later when I develop a physique. Develop your physique through TikTok. Let it be a motivation for you to keep going. Let your discipline shine through TikTok and do it that way. I know there's so many people out there that get so caught up in the mental part of it. They get stuck in this dream state of mental, like you ever be planning something and it just sounds so good in your brain and you just can't wait to do it, but then you never actually act on it. That's how I was with TikTok, with YouTube before I started. I never actually acted on anything. I dreamed of this reality that would never become reality if I didn't actually react or act. Sorry, I can't speak. But truly, you just have to make 2026 your year. Don't let it be another year that just goes by and you didn't achieve anything. How many people at the end of 2025 can say, and that's watching this, I don't know how many people will, but can say that they developed something in 2025 that'll stick with them for more than 10 years? Personally, I could say my physique, developed that. I've been developing that since like literally 2022, but how many people have started a brand, started a business that will stick with them for more than 10 years? How many people are on that path to becoming something greater than themselves? Like they have a dream, they just don't act on it. The whole point of this video is to act on your dreams and not just get caught up in the mental enjoyment and the mental glorification of whatever you're trying to achieve. Just don't get caught up in that dream state, as it's the worst state to be in because you're never going to act. You're always going to say, oh, I'll do it later. I want to be something more than myself, but yet you're so content subconsciously with what you are, and it's just not a good state to be in as a human. So change that in 2026. Don't let another year just fly by.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and the transition. I know it's kind of creative, but yeah, I just editing this now and I wanted to say a couple things. One, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and two, I'm not someone that's just gonna scream at the camera. I don't know why it sounded like I low-key was, but I promise I'm not like that. I'm not just someone who just screams. Anyways, I also showed, from that transition, I also showed the science-based lifting like Discord that I made, Longo's Lair. The Discord will be in the description. I think that everybody should be joining it, as it's just a community where people who are getting into science-based lifting, or people who are very knowledgeable, or people who are just intermediate lifters could all benefit from, as it's a good community. As you can see, I showed like my training logs. I post those. You guys could also post yours, and we could overall just talk about training because that's something that we're all passionate in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to making more. So yeah, I'll see you guys.